Hi, I'm back. Alright. I got more teriyaki packets. They're in my bra. I thought you thought I was done, but no, apparently there are more. I am overheating like a motherfucker. So, you know. Here, just to really hammer it home, I'm just gonna do this. Here, just... Welcome back, Stinky. Yeah, clearly I am this. I have a lot of girl stink, apparently. Fucking hormones are going fucking crazy right now. Worst part is, I don't know why. Like, I genuinely don't know why this time. Maybe it's just because I'm sick? I don't know. But I am definitely overheating. But, hey. Hey, welcome back, Smelly. Jesus Christ, chat. Alright, listen, let's get this out of the way. Like, 50, maybe 60, possibly 75% of you would love to fucking huff my girl pheromones. I don't even want to hear it. Hush. My girl phones. Shut up. Shut up, you're giving them bad ideas. I would. Fucking degenerate. Anyway. Gambling! You're right? Yeah, it's gambling! Nah, I have cinnamon and barf. That is concerning. Alright, we're back. Welcome back to CloverPit. We're back. We are gambling. That's right, gamers. We're gambling. Let's oh, that's my hand. Hmm? Vorago. Whenever you discard charm from the table, ban it. Now banned null. When you discard Virago, unban that charm, respawn it, equip it immediately. Virago can only ban one charm at a time given. The fuck does that mean? Wait, no, like, what does that actually mean? When you say ban the fucking, what, huh? Ban a charm. Do y'all remember the SDF movie? Reluctantly, yes, actually. Why are we talking about that? Garden? I'm gonna make fucking ban myself, I swear to God. One of these days, it's just gonna be fucking, you're no longer going to see me, you're just gonna see fucking Flumbo. One of these days. Oh, there's an ASDF movie 16 now. Huh? Wait, they're still making these? They're still making these. Dude, I remember when it stopped at like 5 or like 6. They're still fucking making these? You'd be surprised, but yeah. I mean, I'm not. Truth be told, I'm actually not surprised, given that, like... Well, that's... I mean... well, everything is milked at this point, to some extent. But, like... Dude, 16 versions of ASDF movie? They did stop at like 8 for a bit. Ah, that's fair. But you understand where I'm just like, okay, but like, really though? Is that needed? Is it needed though? All right. Here. Ooh! Ooh! Alright, I think we could advance to the next round. Fuck! No, never mind, we can't advance to the next round. Fuck me! No, 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 no. Hey, hey, let me take a shit. Let me take a shit. Let me take a fucking shit! That was a bad run. Flamie, have you heard from Hydro? They wanted to stream at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ooh, what? I heard from her this morning. Yeah, she accidentally pinged me. When you say she wanted to stream, did she want to collab today? Cause like I can't collab today. And I won't be collabing throughout the week. So, I mean, unless she doesn't want me to stream with her, I could join her. But yeah, I heard from her this morning. She accidentally pinged me in something. I don't know. Something happened. I saw her stream schedule, but she wanted to be live at 1 p.m. I'm sure she's fine. Just, you know, she has things outside of her schedule that can affect her schedule. Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of one of the reasons why I wish she would, I don't know, open a new server. Just that way she could, you know. I understand why she hasn't, and who's responsible for that. Or, I'm sorry, who's at fault for that, rather. But, you know, that's not my fight. Got that chonky cat and the gold cat, yo. Got that chonky cat and the gold cat, let's go. I don't like the new Discord rule that Discord wants to implement. So, okay, here's the thing. I'm on the fence about this one. Because I'm like everybody else, I don't like that Discord wants my ID to verify that I'm an adult. I'm very much against giving a company any more data than they already are stealing from me. However, I feel like there needs to be stricter enforcement and stricter regulations against minors from using the platform and blindly entering into 18 and older servers like my own. So, you know, if this is how they view it and this is what they want to do, I doubt it actually is going to actually do exactly that. But hey, if it keeps the little shit stains off my fucking server, I'm perfectly fine with it. But the thing is I also am like everybody else, where it's like, I do not want to give them my ID. I don't want to give them my ID. I don't want to give them my personal information, my address, nothing. But there's also better, you know, implementations of getting rid of snot-nosed brats off, you know, Discord. It's just, the reality is none of them actually make Discord a profit. except for that one except for that one specific one. It's kind of why I said it earlier. Like I think it was like a year and a half ago or like 2 years ago. Remember, chat, it's not about the children. If they say it's about think of the children and it's about the children, it's not about the children. They're not thinking about the children. It's about their bottom line and their wallet. And you have to pay the price because of that bullshit. Fifi agrees that this could have been good. The AI they're using is for so as video characters more often and good enough to trick them into believing you're an adult. Yeah, which this then in turns creates more bullshit and difficulty for people around them, people who are actively trying to prevent the, like, kids from entering these servers, right? I'm sorry, but like I don't buy the bullshit of it being about the children. No, there are plenty of other better ways to do this. This is about a bottom line and them making money. But I mean, hey, you know what? maybe it actually will, I don't know, get rid of little snot gobblers off the fucking Discord. However, there is another funny little tactic that could work that Discord actually doesn't have to do anything with. It's called shit-ass parents need to stop being shit-ass parents and actually raise their kids. And stop letting the internet be like, you know, the fucking daycare. Also, hi Mackie, how are you, honey? Welcome. Look, all I'm saying is I get kids are great tax credits, but you really should reevaluate your life choices if you, you know, oh, I don't know. If you don't think you can raise a kid and putting a screen to their face is a good idea. Sorry, it's not. You're just a terrible, shitty parent. It's not my fault. You're a terrible parent. Maybe you should fucking like interact with your little snot gobbler, like, you know, a parent should, and actually raise them and communicate with them. Like, I'm sorry, but the amount of people that I have heard or seen with kids and what they do with their kids to shut them up instead of like actually interacting with them, 90% of them it's been I just put a tablet to their face. Fuck you. just fuck you. You are part of the problem. Because then we get in situations like with Discord where it's like, well, think about the children. When reality is we're thinking about our bottom line. We're using the children and your shitty parenting as like a tactic to make money. So really, if you want to kill the root of the problem, you should probably take the kids away from the shitty parents. But, you know, or you should force them to be better parents. Or give them a choice to get rid of them with no strings attached. Because then they would probably have a better chance at life if they had an actual better parent. Or just don't have the kids at all and, you know, think about those things beforehand. But abortion's a really good option. You'd be doing yourself and them a favor. it's really shitty that has to be said about the circumstances right now, because you know, anytime a company does this, it's usually about a bottom line and shitty parents. So it's upsetting to me every time this stuff happens. Raise a kid and not accept them when they come out of don't have kids. It's just my opinion. Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. Sometimes when I'm out shopping for little tiny creatures in cart seats with big blue iPads, it's just an observation. Yeah. And it's insane. It is actually, like, insane. Like, there are people who really just have kids because they're a tax credit. Which they kind of are. No, literally, in tax codes, you can make more money if you have kids. Another fucked up thing about having children is if you're in the army, it's encouraged. Like, if you're in the military, it's encouraged to have kids because you then have the option of having a better life while serving. Instead of just having a better life while serving. But it is a fucking, it's just fucking crazy how deranged this country really is about children. But then immediately neglects them every chance they can. It's fucking insane. 666 is going to trigger and transform into normal symbols. Oh, interesting. And look, maybe I don't understand because I don't have kids. I can't ever have kids. Even before I transitioned, or even before when I started transitioning, I could never really truly have kids anyway. So maybe I'm a little out of touch, but you know, it doesn't take much to observe and look around with your eyes a little bit and realize, yeah, this is kind of fucking weird. That's kind of psychopathic and a little fucking weird. Borderline fucking dystopic. Or at least dystopic. No, it is. It's just straight up hell. Not the country, the world. I'm gonna tell you right now, I fucking doubt other countries have as bad as problems with speaking about it's for the children, but then immediately neglecting them every opportunity they can, like the US. For example, we literally cut fucking funding to feed our children while they're in school. Parents have to pay public schooling to feed their kids when that should just be free by default. I should know. I grew up in that system. It was either we got our lunches packed, or we had to pay for our lunches in school. And if we didn't pay, we didn't eat. Which is why when I left public schooling and went to private schooling, yeah, no. That's not what I've heard. I've heard they discourage you from having babies. No, not currently. Truth be told, I wish that was the case. It's my generation that is like actively saying, hey, don't have kids right now. This is a terrible environment to raise them. And it's true. 100%, I agree. This is the worst environment to have kids. Let alone the worst time, both financially and just environmentally. Got my first phone in 4th grade. I was about 11 or 12 and used it mainly to call my mother and chat with friends on WhatsApp. Yeah, I didn't get my first phone until I was like, I actually, believe it or not, until I was like 12. And I remember it because it was like a shitty, it was like a shitty T-Mobile. It was like one of those first smartphones. It was like the T-Mobile, the one where it flips into a vertical and it has the keypad and shit. It was one of those. That was my first phone. I was like 12. I didn't have a fucking phone until then. And even then, like, after I had that phone, I went back and had a fucking Ace Tech flip phone. And even then, I had a fucking Razr, a Motorola Razr flip phone. And even then, I went and had a Windows phone, right? I didn't start having Android phones or like actual smartphones until I was like 17. And that was like, I had the I remember because it was like the LG K7 or some shit. So like, and even then, like the flip phones that I had growing up, or like the early smartphones that I had growing up, mind you, didn't have the stuff that they had now. And even then, the stuff that they had back then, I couldn't even get because my fucking parents were super stingy and just absolutely fucking nightmarish towards me and would give everything to my brother. So, you know. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Looking more into the whole, looking more into it, like, looking more into the whole thing, it just does not sit well with me. Like everything when it comes to stuff like this. It just never sits well with me. Here, I'm gonna change the music a little bit. There we go. I miss the days when toys were actually for kids and not collectibles for adults. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, chat. So I go to Target when I shop, and it is kind of sad when you walk past the toy aisle because there's no kids, nobody, not even fucking adults. Like, I went in there to grab those Lego sets for the streams, and I felt like I was in a ghost section of the town, just a ghost town. Like, I felt out of place, which, I mean, makes sense, I'm an adult, but like, no, like, there was nobody. Not a single fucking kid, not a single, like, adult, nobody. It was fucking wild. Like, genuinely wild to think about. Like, I was just like, oh my god. It wasn't like 20 years ago when I was a kid where like every fucking kid was there in that aisle, like of all varying ages. And like, you know, of course you had some teenagers and some adults and shit. Like back when I was a kid, when Bakugan was popular, right? You'd see like older teenagers and like kids back then around my age where they were just hovering over the Bakugan and like the Bionicles and shit, and it was just like, yo, you know, like. But now, like 20 years later, and it's like current era, and it's like you go into a fucking area like that, and you're just like, oh my. Some of those things have fucking spider webs on them. I wish I was joking. But it is just uncanny and fucking wild. that is the current, that's where kids are now. It's actually really fucking sad. Like, when I was younger, when I, like, say, like, several years ago, if we had this conversation, like, when I was an early streamer, I probably wouldn't comprehend this as much. But now, like, I'm in my late 20s, I'm soon to enter my 30s, and, like, I'm a little more clear-headed, and I'm a little more intact with the world, right? I feel. And as a streamer, right, I have a little bit of more of like a nuance with these sort of things, because like there are things that you learn in this environment that you don't usually take into the real world that you could actually pick up on. It's really weird. No other place have I ever had this experience, but it's fucking uncanny that, like, back then I probably wouldn't have this take. I probably wouldn't understand that. Whereas now it's like, oh my god, oh, this is actually fucking depressing. This is really fucking depressing. Hi Zach, how are you, honey? Kids only should have smartphones when turning 14 or something like that before they should only have a phone. I would argue that in order for them to have a phone, it should be a smartphone. A smartphone that supports current network. And even then, I would say start at 10. But as an adult, they really should have it at like, or like an actual smartphone. Arguably, I know this is kind of shitty to say, I do believe it should be, they should not have a smartphone until they're 18. Some kids should just not have a smartphone until they're 18, and I speak from experience because I was one of those kids. God damn! Yeah, you just want to keep loading everything up, huh? Not gonna lie, where I am, lots of toys used to be interesting. Now it's just the same action figure Lego, which is alright, but sure, I miss the old ones. I miss Bionicle. I do. I fucking... I miss Bionicle. I fucking miss Bionicle. I really do. It's upsetting. That they've been discontinued. Since we've been able to order things online, physical stores have gotten less stuff. Like the toy aisle I had, it was fucking empty last time I went to it. Yeah, no, it wasn't like, okay, that's the thing. It wasn't empty like that. There was devoid of all people. Anyone. There's like no signs of fucking life in the aisles. That's how fucking uncanny it was. Like, chat, I had to do a fucking double take because I thought I clipped into the fucking back rooms. Being in the toy aisle. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I literally was just sitting in the Lego area, like, I was just like, dude, did I fucking like fall into the back rooms or something? Like, what the fuck happened here? It was that devoid of life. That is actually kind of sad. I miss when stores had a lot of Sonic toys and I was just like 3 or 4 big cities where you could have like, fuck man. I know, and a lot of it does stem from like online retailers, like, you know, obviously, say it with me chat, Amazon. Where it's just like, it's like, god damn it, man. Every time I go to the store and aside from this, I see no one. You know, we live in an area where like that isn't the case. Like, you know, suburbia hell is suburbia hell. But the perk of that is there are people who actively go shopping around here. Like, a shit ton of people. The problem is there's a shit ton of people. I was telling Momly this earlier, but like I do not like going into stores nowadays. I don't. And the reason I don't like going into stores is because I feel like I'm being watched, right? Or like I feel like I'm gonna be accused of doing something that I'm not. Like I feel out of place shopping in a store because it feels like you're being watched to be accused of doing something you're not. Like you're being profiled to be like a homeless person, criminal, or whatnot. Because the environment is so hostile. And the thing is the people who shop in these stores are also kind of like just as bad as the hostility of the store environment. Like, tell me if you've dealt with this before. Walmart is the worst offender of this. I fucking hate shopping at Walmart because of that feeling alone. And I have dealt with stories from people who've been arrested, wrongfully accused of stealing. I have literally sat there and watched Walmart try to accuse someone of stealing, even though everything points at them not stealing. And they look at me deadpan in the face and being like, you should arrest them. Why? Because you just don't like how they look? No, because they allegedly stole an M&M's container. Well, do you have the footage of that? Well, we don't have the footage. Well, what do you mean you don't have footage? There's a camera right on the self-checkout. Well, we don't have the footage. Well, we can't do an arrest without evidence of this happening. Well, then we'll just get someone else to arrest them. Well, be my guest. Have a good day. They're able to be let go. So when I sit here and say, dude, I fucking hate shopping, doing public shopping. It's because of that. Because every fucking store I have been to feels like I don't belong. I'm going to be profiled to be something that I'm not, or I'm just basically being watched to see if I steal some shit. It is fucking terrible to shop. It's a terrible fucking shopping experience. And Walmart's the worst offender of them all. Literally, the other day, Gaz and Comley and I went to fucking Walmart. I literally could not stand being in Walmart for like less than 30 minutes. I fucking bum rushed the fuck out because I was so overwhelmed with it. I literally just sped walked to my fucking truck and I just sat in my truck because of how overwhelmed I was. Maybe that's just anxiety and paranoia, you know, because being a streamer, or maybe that's just because trans women, you know, anxiety or paranoia. But man, I'd be fucking betting my life it's just because of the hostility that you feel going into places like that. It is bad. Random OC lore? Kara is the only character that is actually considered pure of heart. That is why she is the only one that's capable of unlocking hearts. Via a natural means, not like a synthetic means, like, say, with free will. Alright, it says 56. We can't confirm nor deny the camera works, ma'am. Yeah. I hate that, dude. I really hate that that was the case. And again, I've literally had instances with Walmart specifically when I was a cop where they literally sat there and tried to accuse people. And look, I was one of those cops where I actually demanded that they give us evidence before we actually performed our arrest. But there have been times where I've had to do some like a voluntold work actually, but voluntold duty over at the correction center. And I've heard tales. I've looked at records and stuff and tales of people who were there just arrested based on suspicion of theft. And you look into their case a bit more under classifications and you realize they didn't steal shit. They just were under suspicion that they were, and they just wanted them out of their store based on profiling. It's fucking horrendous. Walmart is fucking horrendous. You're a trans woman that also worked on the government. I can understand some paranoia and comfortability like that to happen. Yeah. Yeah, in my specific case, there are a lot of reasons why I'm paranoid. I have like, fuck, let's see. I am a former government employee. Former law enforcement. I'm a streamer. I'm a trans woman. I have a lot of trauma from various circumstances. The big ones being streamer shit and my childhood. And you know, I just am naturally paranoid. Former military kid too. Yeah, that too. In some ways, I have probably been overexposed to a lot of the worst shit humanity has to offer. It's why I look at people and I'm just like, I'm so thankful you people, some of you guys are like super fucking patient with me. Cause man, I probably am like the worst person to be patient with. Sometimes I feel I am. Oh, that would have been nice to have. Fuck, that's fine. Does Mayor do the same thing? Isn't that a brand in like Indiana or some shit? I think I've heard of that brand. Isn't that a brand in Indiana? As I have family out there who lives out there, and I thought they have like really good like watermelon candies. Let's see here. When I was younger, I actually preferred the toy aisle empty because I was like, be weird for 14-year-olds still buy toys and shit. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I was still buying toys even when I was like up to 17, right? Arguably, games are toys. Video games are toys, right? So, like, you know, I guess you could still say I'm buying. I mean, I still am kind of buying toys, just for a different reason. Are you winning, Flamie? I guess I am. Yeah, a little bit. I would say I'm winning. Chad, are you winning? I just enjoy playing this game because this game allows me to go autopilot and just chat with you guys in chat. And just talk about shit. That's why I like games like these. Because I can just look at chat and then just like read what you guys say and, you know, discuss shit. Wait, I thought I saw something here. What the fuck? There was something here. Oh, that was the toilet. Never mind. I do not want to know what that was about, but sure. Also, we all agree this doesn't count for the hot sauce thing, right? No, it doesn't. If it did, Gaz would have just came rushing in with the fucking hot sauce. She would have came rushing in with the hot sauce. This doesn't count. Knowing my mother, she can hear me, kinda, and she would be like, yep, this counts or doesn't. She'd be rushing in with it, so it doesn't count. This is more kind of like an observation and like reminiscing based on like things that we have seen. And I think the Discord thing kind of is relevant because, you know, it does affect me. It does affect me, it affects other people around me. Can one free stock, restock, gain 25. That's, yes. Can I borrow some green? I'll take that. And then can I have some spins? Thank you.
Let's go gambling.
The Discord thing's gonna be useless and very annoying for some people. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's kind of par for the course. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's an unfortunate reality. Like I said, anytime a company sits here and says, we're doing this to protect kids, it's never about the kids, it's about their bottom line. When a politician talks about, think of the children, it's never about the children. It's about their bottom line. The children... It's kind of why I fucking... It's one of the bigger reasons why I despise Republicans and, you know, conservatives. They're the most vocal pieces of shit when it comes to think of the children bullshit. But then they're the same fucking vile creatures that neglect children. So... I don't... you know, hypocrisy runs really strong with that part, with that side of the spectrum. But, you know, in this case, it isn't about politics. It's just simply about the bottom line for a corporate entity. That's all it is. And I guarantee you, there's probably like some stupid ass back-end deal with like OpenAI or like NVIDIA or any of these companies that trying to force AI down people's throats and failing miserably. To do this. I'm calling it now. There's probably like a multi-million or multi-billion-dollar deal between these companies that is forcing Discord to do, that is allowing Discord to do this shit.
Let's go gambling.
It's gonna hurt when NVIDIA goes bankrupt. Yeah, I heard that apparently like things are so bad with the AI situation that apparently OpenAI says they're basically gonna go bankrupt by like 2027. And like most of the from what I heard, and I don't know if this is true, but from what I've heard, that most of the advertisements for the Super Bowl was just these companies begging them to use their AI. Begging people to use their AI. or like joining like, you know, the current environment or some shit. So I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just waiting for it to all burn and collapse, man. That's all. The RAM I bought for 130 euros is now 500 euros. Oh yeah, no, dude, like literally, I was watching a video, not too long ago about how the RAM is now something that is not only the most expansive, but it's also the, yeah, it is also the most easily, like, it's the most easily theft thing. Like, I don't know, if you were a thief, this is probably like like your golden goose object if you were a kleptomaniac, because it is a high-priced item. It's easily undetectable. Like, you can't trace RAM sticks. And the ironic part is it's easily accessible to everybody. Legitimately, yeah, don't steal the PC, just steal the RAM. Yeah, literally, it's insane. They're undetectable, they're small enough to be concealed, and they're fucking gold mines right now for people who want to make it a quick buck. And it's just like, dude, things are this bad. I'm scared to find out what's gonna happen the next year or two. You know, it's kind of why I'm upgrading my computer the way I'm upgrading it right now, by the way. It's because of the RAM shortage. I'm upgrading my PC with just the GPU, the CPU, the power supply unit, and a case. Because, like, the motherboard still is fine, and DDR4 is still the standard. If it wasn't the standard, like, say if we were now on DDR5 and DDR6, then that'd be a completely different story. But we're not. We're on DDR4 and DDR5, and, it's still perfectly fine to use. And I'm not paying, like, hundreds if not thousands of dollars for fucking DDR5 RAM. It's, the deals were off, the deals were off. The infinite money glitch they had between Nvidia and other company and OpenAI it was cut off, and God, I'm gonna be loving this crash for the most part. Oh, I am too. I'm looking forward to everything burning and collapsing to the ground. Because I think a lot of people, and this is just an observation, I think a lot of people, if this does not go in the favor of the public, for them to fix this, and it does not go in the favor of the public, most likely the public will find a way to make it forcefully their favor. Because I think a lot of people are just fed up and tired, and somebody needs to pay. And honestly, I don't blame people. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I don't fucking blame people. Because this affects everybody, and truth be told, yeah, no, I don't blame people if they do. The motherboard on manufacturers made motherboards support DDR5 and DDR4 RAM. Yeah. Well, my motherboard in particular doesn't support DDR5. It's an older model. My motherboard is an Asus B450 I believe M-A-2. So, you know, it's an older model. It's an AM4 motherboard. But the thing is, it still gets BIOS updates to support modern equipment. So it's like not a big deal, in my personal opinion. Like, I don't need the latest and greatest shit. The only reason I'm getting the latest and greatest with the GPU is because of the fact that I need it for this stuff, right? And the VRAM for VR chat. And the CPU, well, it's because my CPU is dying. And that's literally the only reasons why. You're considered rich if you buy 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM now. Rich, or you're just stupid? Because if you're flexing that you have like 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM, you're basically a target. You are a target. Also, I'd like to point out that like people aren't necessarily rich, right? People who play the idea that they're rich are people who usually have fucked up credit. Fun fact. That's why whenever I see these things of people flexing their wealth and shit, I just immediately know it's either one of two things. You're a con artist, or you're a con artist that lacks any skill. I am a skill that lacks a card artist. Hi, Magix. How are you, honey? How are you doing, sweetheart? It's good seeing you. Oh, I might have jumped the gun on that one. Ooh. I'm kind of upset that I haven't gotten a jackpot yet. When I live, credit isn't a thing. Yeah. Your Wi-Fi died a good minute there? Jesus. Sorry to hear that. One round left. I think I'm good. Let's see here. 28. Okay. Oh yeah, one more round and I should be good to go. Good, I had to pop in and I now had a chance to talk with my people at my college and get into their nuclear energy and engineering. Oh, fuck yeah. Congrats. Yeah, that's a big deal. Good shit. I hope that pans out for you, bud. Seriously, that's fucking awesome. As someone who's obsessed with nuclear, like, yeah, like, that is fucking cool. I hope that works out for you. And as somebody who worked in the nuclear field, as well, the disposal part of it at least, but like, you know. Oh, speaking of a jackpot, there we go. It's a great field. It's a great field to be in. So I hope you enjoy it. Oh, no, that wasn't a jack. Oh, that's a fucking lemon. God damn it. That's a fucking lemon. God damn it. Yep, then I get that big money, finna be tossing bags at everyone. You and several other streamers we both know well. Yeah, are you gonna be throwing them at me and Tay? And Gaz, is that what I'm hearing? Well, hey, I would say this. Magix. You before us, okay? And I'm sure the other two would actually agree with me on this one. Take care of yourself before you give us anything. Because, truth be told, we'll always be here. I'm confident in that. Let's see here. I'm really hoping... No. You come first before anyone else. Oh yeah, chat, you guys have to prioritize yourselves, especially in this day and age. It's why whenever people sit here and tell me, they're like, Flamie, I'm sorry, I can't sub to you or do this for you. But it's like, dude, don't be sorry. Legitimately, make sure you're okay first. Like, like, I'm still gonna be here no matter what. But you need to make sure you're still gonna be there for you, you know? Like, your life is more important than mine. So, please, make sure you are taken care of. Because ultimately, like, the only person who truly has your back is you. So, make sure you're taken care of before you take care of others. It's okay, trust me, it's not selfish. You're not being a bad person if you're doing that. And if anybody tells you you are in this fucking environment, they can go fuck themselves. They can go fuck themselves and eat their own fucking foot. Because they're the fucking problem. And then they are also emotionally manipulating people. Oh yeah, I plan to put money in a trust IRA and hopefully start my own company and start throwing big money bags. Like I said, hon, make sure you're taken care of first. It's a nice thought. I won't lie, I kind of wish I could do stuff like that, where I could invest money into an IRA and put money and pay debts off and stuff. Fuck. That is the thing that I do want to do after I buy my PC parts and upgrade my PC. Is I want to work on getting the Uber market stuff set up, but I also want to pay off my debts. Because I have a lot of debt that I need to pay off. How many spins? Yes. Girl Save, I need to sit down and write out a budget and then stick to it. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to do the snowball method. That's what I really want to do. I want to do the snowball method because I hear that it actually genuinely works. I have a list of people I want to send people to, like you, because y'all actually had helped me through when my father had passed 4 years ago. I mean, fair. Fair. I mean, it's one reason why I give so much to the people around me. A lot of the people around me nowadays, a lot of them either are aware or they don't even realize it, but they did save my life. And I give a lot more than I should, but, you know, I do it because it's my way of saying thank you. And that I love them, and that I care about them. So, you know, I understand. I get it. And trust me, it does frustrate some of them too. It's like, girl, stop. And it's like, no, fucking take this, dummy. We love Flamie. Yeah. Yo, it's just Grammy or Chuck E. Cheese. Nah, this is Lucky Larry's. This is Lucky Larry's. Are you feeling lucky, punk? That movie is actually good. What, Lucky Larry's? I didn't even know that was a movie. Oh, Dirty Harry. I know Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt's a good movie. You're my mother, and I've been taught to care for them dearly. Yeah, well, you know. I don't think that command works anymore, unfortunately, Magix. I'm sorry. Ever since Nightbot had that outage, that command had stopped working. I gotta refix it eventually. Here, I could actually tell you when you were last followed, you dingus. You've been following since July 16th of last year. So you've been following for almost a year. Just about. I've been following for 27 years. Hush, you've only been around. You in particular have been around since like, fuck, I want to say 2024. Yeah, you've been around since I've known Tay. So I fucking March 24th, 2024. February 10th, 2024, yeah. No, I think honestly the one who's been around here since the beginning, it goes to both Mina and Sho. I don't know if Snakey's around, but Snakey also has been around for the entire thing. Oh, Tay, I love that girl. Yeah, I do too. Love of my life right there. So today is the exact day I started following you. Wait, really? Hold on, really? Yeah, no shit, you've been around for 2 years now. Fuck, wow, it's actually been 2 years. That's crazy. I can't believe it's been 2 years. That's fucking wild. I mean, that does actually check though. I mean, to be fair though, the people that I have close to me, I've always been really good at being loyal and having them close, right? Again, one of my oldest friends, I've known him for almost 10 years. We're at 9 years now. I've known him. I'm not a perfect friend, but I am a loyal one. You know, unless you hurt me, or backstab me, or attack me, or falsely accuse me of shit that I didn't do. Or you give me a 666 and then make me broke. Shame follow age didn't tell me how long I've been following Flamie. I could literally look at it. February 16, 2024. See, as the streamer, I actually have the ability to view who is followed and who isn't, and see how long you've been following. Also, you could see it. You, chat, can also see each other's as well, based on the streamer's page. Fun fact. That goober needs to get good at games. I might joke to her every time I pop in her streams. Magix. The next time you see Smooches on live, ask her about the time where she got her ass royally handed not once, but twice by me. She cannot beat me in fighting games for the fuck of it. She gets cooked every fucking time. And I love her. I love that woman. Love of my life. But she is fucking terrible at fighting games. This woman had the gall, okay? The fucking gall to come into my stream and demand us play Tekken. And lost, not once, but then after she lost, left, grinded her ass up, called me again. Later that very same stream to only have her ass handed to her again. I have beaten her in like to be fair, Tay has beaten me in a bunch of other shit, right? She's beaten me in Dream Course. She's beaten me in like fuck, I don't know. Fucking Gundam, the Gundam games. She's beaten me in Mario Party. Beaten me at Bomberman. But she has never fucking beaten me in a fighting game. With the exception of one time. Oh, and then not to mention, again, I love her. But not to mention, every time I beat her, she gets really cocky. Right? And I get cocky too. I've also beaten her in Xenoverse 2. Royally. And I'm sure, I'm sure she's gotten better over time, but I've yet to have the pleasure, the absolute euphoric joy of just showing the locusts a lesson in the void once more. Love you, Tay. Also, I just got royally fucked out of that hurt. I will say though, there have been multiple times where like she has came on stream to help me beat certain games. Like a big one was Shadow the Hedgehog. She literally came on stream and was like, let me hold your hand, let me fucking beat this for you, because this is infuriating to watch. So it's like, yeah, there are games that she's good at. There are some games that she's genuinely good at. Shadow the Hedgehog is literally the only one that I fully remember. It's the most recent one, yeah. I will say though, of all the people who suggested games to me, she has not failed me once. She's actually known really, really well which ones gel with me. Because there have been a lot of good suggestions from the community where it's like, all right, some of these are great and some of these are hit or miss, but, you know, emphasis on the but. Some of y'all's games were at the time a little frustrating, and I feel bad because like it's kind of why I want to do the After Hours channel, because I really want to give some of those games a second chance, but I don't want to do them here. Does that mean Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel solo mode? I mean, yeah. I mean, that is possible that I will, I could return to that when I do the After Hours stuff, which, I gotta talk with Gaz and see how she, sets up her stuff with the After Hours, because, truth be told, Arn is perfectly down to do the After Hours design. And probably the joystick design, too. But I personally just gotta sketch up those designs. So, which really shouldn't be too hard. It's just knowing what I want to do for the joystick one. That's the problem. I mean, obviously I could just do like, you know, the normal shit that I usually do, but like I want to make it, you know, special. You know, I want to give it a little more vagère, if you know what I mean. I want to give it more of a little bit of a touch. So. So did we get the joystick design base idea written down somewhere? Because it's because after I know where it's full, it's 2 a.m. chat. I can't sleep vibe. Yeah. I don't. So here's the thing. I asked my community. I asked you guys what you would think would be a good idea for a design. I didn't get a lot of answers, sadly, because a lot of people, I guess, were confused, and I didn't do a really good job explaining. So I didn't really get a lot of good answers on that one. So, you know, if you guys have ideas for joystick, like for design, let me know. Let me know. I would love to hear your guys' intake. Cause yeah, I could just go full Mokini or just buy or just, you know, be nude, but I want to do something, you know, that is separate, removed from everything else that I've done before, specifically for that. Oh. Some more flavorful in your style. Well, I mean, yeah, yes and no. like, that doesn't really matter to me all too much. Does that make sense? Like, that doesn't matter to me so much as it does it fit the vibe? Because, like, if it was up to me, I would just go fucking overcomplicated mess, but then that doesn't make it fun, you know? And the whole point of the joystick stuff is to play lewd-specific games only, right? I don't know how often I would do it, per se, but it is definitely something that I have been wanting to do for several years now.
Let's go gambling.
Because there's a lot of games in my library that I can't play on Twitch. But I sure as hell can play them on joystick. Also, that means if you can ever return to Game Jam, you could do it there instead. I mean, I could still do Game Jam. I just have to vet the shit nowadays. That's all. I just have to vet the content. And I was doing that anyway. Like, if we had a Game Jam this last year, which we didn't, I think they stopped doing them. But we didn't have one last year, so, but if they did, the first thing that was gonna go actually wasn't even the loot shit, it was the fucking visual novels. The copious amounts of fucking visual novels. Because, look, visual novels are fine on stream, but when it's every single fucking thing, I'm sorry, it's, nah.
Let's go gambling.
The text-based adventures as well, yeah. And look, I'm not gonna shit on visual novels. They are very, some of them are actually really good, right? But I'm not one to read. I mean, I read. Oh, hey, bruh! You fucker! You bitch! What? You fucking cockblocked me out of a jackpot! Fuck you! No! I fucking, that hurt. Yeah, too much reading kills the vibes, and some of them aren't well done, so you get sleepy as fuck at times. Do I actually, like, get sleepy? Really? I never realized, actually, I never really realized that. Do I actually get sleepy when I read them? At least on stream. Like, the ones that I played on stream, did I ever, like... No, that last part is me. Oh, okay. Because, like, there were some where I've streamed fully and enjoyed. Like, Clannad was, like, probably the best one that I've played. That I fully enjoyed. That I actually thought was really good. Like, Clannad was probably, like, my favorite one that I've streamed. But, like, again, it was probably one of the only ones that I've actually completed on stream. That actually kept me interested and engaged. That and Doki Doki Literature Club as well, you know. But let's be real. That was gonna happen either way. Oh, and then also the fat DDLC fat one that I did as well, which, I mean, come on, that's pretty fucking obvious why that kept me engaged. Let's not even bullshit ourselves. If I have to spell that out for you, do you really know my content? already have everything here. Never mind. All right. I just read some brain out that I had to share. Need to share in Curse Media. Let me take a look at this. Let me take a look at this. Also, I just got ab flashed by my mom. Good job, Piaz. Very good. Where is this? It's not posted yet. Fuck. I'm sure I'll see it. Alrighty, y'all. Let's see who we can give you all to. You know what? Here, I'll give you all the ammonia. If RJ ammonia and snail. Yeah, I'm gonna give you all the ammonia. I could give it all to Cassifel. I haven't seen Cass in a minute, but I'm gonna give you all the ammonia. That's fine. Works for me. Let's see here, chat. Thank you all for coming over. I'm sorry that it's a sick stream and it's a low energy stream, but you know, it is one of those type of it is one of those days where I'm not feeling good, so I had to change the schedule and, you know, just to compensate my lack of energy right now. I'm gonna read this real quick. Clavicular was mid-gestergooning when a group of foids came and spiked his cortisol levels. Is ignoring the foids while munting and mugging moids more useful than SMV chatfishing in the club? Anyway, there will be no streams. I did say I was gonna probably do one Wednesday, but that depends on how I feel. I'm not gonna lie, it depends on how I feel. And if I do, it's gonna be Blade and Sorcery, and only Blade and Sorcery. But if not, Friday is community night, and Saturday we'll start the stream with Lunacid at noon. So, and then Pokemon Quest and Kingdom Hearts 2. And the schedule will be posted Friday. So, yeah. Anyway, y'all, love you all. I'll see y'all later. Ta-ta!